Our Executive Mayor, His Worship, Sipho Leveve, CEO, Cobus Sterk, our MMSCs present here today, our Emfuleni Municipal Manager, and our fellow ArcelorMittal employees present here with us, members of the media. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's event. It's my great pleasure to welcome you in the formalization of the partnership between ArcelorMittal and the Emfuleni Municipality. Maybe just in this municipal arena or area, and at the same time help create jobs and opportunities to small business enterprises. Our CEO and the Honourable Mayor will shortly take us through the details of an MoU to be signed today, in which we are aiming to have better service delivery in Emfuleni and to its people. The projects we have identified are aligned with the Municipal Emergency Services Program, aiming at providing quality and sustainable services and advancing socio-economic development opportunities in the area. The activities that we will undertake together with the municipality include areas like electricity services, waste management services, road and stormwater services, water and sanitation, and then parks and cemeteries. ArcelorMittal felt it prudent to support these initiatives and improve the lives of our community members, promote a safe environment, and in general, improving the look and feel and aesthetics of the area in which we live. We look forward to a fruitful partnership with the municipality as we improve and work together on the initiatives identified, and we would certainly want to encourage other companies to follow our lead in working in a joint fashion with the municipality and improving our environment as we are setting out to do today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Freddie. On that note, Executive Mayor and the MMCs and official, you are indeed welcome at ArcelorMittal South Africa. Let me take this opportunity to request the MMC for Basic Services at Emfuleni Local Municipality, Vincent Jones, to address us.
And thank you, Freddie, for those kind words of welcome and acknowledgement of the work that is being done. To our host, the CEO of ArcelorMittal, Mr. Cobus Sterk, our Executive Mayor of Emfuleni Local Municipality, Councillor Sipho Leveve, Senior Executive from ArcelorMittal, my colleagues, MMCs, and Senior Managers from Emfuleni, members of the media. Mine is going to be very short. We have assigned more time to our principals who would speak for 1 hour each. That's how much we respect our principals. So I'm going to be very brief. This is indeed a historic day. It is groundbreaking as we gather this morning to witness the signing of a memorandum by our two principals to cement our heightened relationship between ArcelorMittal and Emfuleni. I want to express my gratitude to our colleagues, but also to our Executive Mayor, Councillor Sipho Leveve, who early this year initiated a program of partnership with companies around Emfuleni. That initiative is what has brought us here today to witness the signing of the MoU. So we want to say thank you so much for your leadership, Executive Mayor, Equally want to express gratitude to the CEO of ArcelorMittal, Mr. Fester, Mr. Tammy Didiza, and Ms. Prudence Masikela. Upon hearing of the presentation we made to you when I was accompanied by the MMC Finance Marco, you responded positively to our focused emergency service delivery plan. You did not only respond by words, but you also responded practically by offering yourselves and offering finances so that we are able to bring services to our people. We are determined. We are determined to make sure that with the kind of support we are getting today, we will make sure that we stretch the rand to be able to do all these things, service delivery related, that Freddie has already stipulated. We commit to uphold the integrity of the program, and we will make sure that we do not disappoint. I am inspired by one gentleman whose name is K.Mzansi, who was an operational director of NASA, the National Aeronautic and Space Administration in the US. K.Mzansi had been involved in the program of directing the Mercury, Germany, and also Apollo. Just before Apollo took off, a disaster happened where about 3 astronauts died in and around 1967. That brought a lot of doubt to the mission to space. It brought a lot of discouragement, and everybody doubted if man would ever be able to go to space because Apollo had failed. But K.Mzansi had convened all the staff, demotivated as they were, and he told them that we lost one of the finest, or 3 of the finest astronauts, because the preparation was bad. But he said from now on, we are going to be guided by 2 principles. Principle of tough and competence. And he said, I want everybody to go back to his office. Write it wherever you are, in your desk, in your walls, in your notice board. Write these 2 words, tough and competent. He said, we'll be tough because we are going to be responsible and accountable. We'll be competent because we are going to make sure that we don't fall short of knowledge and expertise. And so I want to say that this morning, this is our determination. As we take over this program, we'll make sure that we are tough and we are competent. We will uphold the integrity of this program because a lot is at stake. And I'm sure a lot of people and a lot of companies will be expecting nothing short of success. And we will ensure that we will do that. In Parliament, they would say, Mr. Chairman, I cede my time, my extra 30 minutes to our principals. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, MMC Jones, for those wonderful words. I'll now please give the opportunity to our Chief Executive Officer, Kobus Fester, to address us. Kobus, over to you.
Thank you, Tommy. Especially to the Honorable Executive Player, MMC. Thank you for that introduction. And then to all other officials and AMSA colleagues and friends and the media. It's indeed, we are pleased that we're able to reach this point where we can work together on a proactive and collaborative basis to start addressing the many issues we're all well aware of in our towns and the areas where we operate. And I am convinced that if we are determined to make a difference, we will start making a difference. ArcelorMittal in South Africa, I mean, where we operate, we have a major impact. I think you're all aware, it's not merely what we do in terms of our direct taxes or the CSI contributions. We're a major contributor in terms of spend. We've got 10,000 people that we pay. Those people spend their money in town every day. We spent about 2 billion rand on repair and maintenance. Those are companies that operate around our businesses. We put in a big effort to localize our spend. So there's a contribution from our university, and then we come to the CSI spend part. Even during the difficult times of COVID, although at reduced levels, but we continue to assist where we can, maybe not at the level that we would have liked, but we still gave 300 meals a day to the poor and the more unfortunate. We would like to increase those things. We would like to expand and make a bigger contribution as we proceed. The lessons we've learned over time is it's easier to do things together. For us to do something, for you to do something, it's hard work. And I think this engagement will be the starting point. When it's successful, how do we leverage that formula to get more people involved, more organizations? How do we start to be honest with each other from an accountability perspective? I think if we look at the service delivery levels around where we operate, and we're honest, it's not where it should be. There's a lot of work that needs to come from the municipality perspective, and I think what we're committing is how do we assist for them to do that job. So in terms of this specific arrangement, I think we've been working on this for a time, but I mean, what ArcelorMittal commit is that we start a very transparent, open, and hopefully quick process to look at potholes, to look at streetlights, to look at various infrastructure shortcomings. And although we have committed a modest amount, I am committed to spend more than the numbers that we're talking about. And I'm committed to be more aggressive once there's evidence that it's working. I'm also think that MMC and Honourable Mayor, we need to jointly work together and see how we get the other businesses in the municipality involved. I can tell you, many of them are able and ready to participate. So how do we leverage this process? So I think what we need to be wary of is that we don't have a discussion in 3 months from now and nothing happened. So Freddie, from an operational perspective, we need to see progress in 2 weeks. We need to see progress in 2 weeks where people operate and start making a difference. And it needs to be visible for the people around the town that as the two parties, we are focused on fixing things. So urgent actions required. And I think ArcelorMittal is determined to make a difference, as you requested. And I'm personally determined to make a difference. So on that, Tommy, we welcome where we've reached this point. And as I said, I am committed to do more. And I'm sure that we will be able to gather resources from outside AMSA and others that we can really make a difference visibly to this town. Thank you.
Thank you. Indeed, that's a challenge, and the MMCs, we still say she can do more, but at least we must show visible results. And I can see at least all the MMCs focus are sitting on my right-hand side, including at least the MMC from ArcelorMittal, Gavin Griffiths, who's head of strategy. On that note, let me take this opportunity to request the Honorable Executive Mayor to address us. His worship.
Program Director, Mr. Tammy Didiza, greetings to yourself, greetings to your Kubas, the CEO, and also Mr. Freddy, and the entire leadership of ArcelorMittal that is here. Greetings to the MMCs that came to support this initiative, and further warm appreciation from MMC Jones, MMC Asari, for taking this initiative to where it is today. I know that we came here many months ago when we came to speak to the large power users because of some of the conflicts that have been there with the large power users. But one of the things that we said we want to do as this leadership, we don't want to lead by arrogance or by power, but we want to lead by humility. And that is when we started saying that let us engage the large power users. We didn't want to take a populist agenda to say that we can start and engage in legal fights with yourselves and that, but we said let us go and humble ourselves and say one thing that we require, it is the social impact with everyone that is around us. And when we do have that, but it must have a meaningful impact to say this is what we want to achieve and this is what we want to contribute. And I'm happy that many months later we are idealizing this day that we initiated many months ago. And then let me also depart by saying, Kuobas, I know I've said this in our first engagement when we met. I said, and I want to refresh it again, that in 1991, my first employment, as by that time I was still a young lad and I was still attending school, and I was doing my standard 9, which is now called grade 11, I think. And then I did manage to find work here. From where I was coming, in a troubled area, you know, my father was working, but was not managing to take care of the entire family. And then as a young man, then I was given an opportunity to work here during the shutdowns. And then I worked from November until January. And ever since then, I idealize working in companies that have the sense of understanding what is the plight of a worker. And subsequent to that, in 92, something horrific happened around fire. When politically, when some of the people that were harbored here at Kwamadala was there, went out and attacked the community of Mbatu. And the reason I'm sharing this, it is because I once went to Mbatu with the Premier David Makoko. And when we engaged the community there, and many of them, they said there were still issues of reparations that were supposed to have happened to them. So there's still that it is juncture in the community and what they see companies around. And then I said it to them on that day. I said, we are engaging with all the big business in our areas, precisely because we want to take value where it was in terms of development. And we understand very well that ArcelorMittal was a basket of hope and a large business in the people of Valtran. And today, it might seem like it might be opposite of that. And as this committee, we said we don't want to allow that. We don't want to allow Mittal to go on its knees and suffocate and die while we're still here. Hence today, this kind of partnership, one, we are raising the issues of resilience to say let us be resilient to the dying of Mittal and to the dying of Emfuleni. You know, when people look at us as the political leadership, they are saying we are leading the municipality that is dying. But today what we are doing, we are resuscitating and giving back hope and life to say that yes, we can do this. And as we say that, we want to say again that yes, Mittal can still survive again, can still be a basket of hope for the people of Valtran. And we want to appreciate from the bottom of my heart to say you gave us this initiative to say let us revive and resuscitate. On Wednesday when I was speaking in the council here at Emfuleni, I spoke about this partnership that we will send today. And some of the comments that came from other councillors, the councillors in opposition and also in support, but all of them were saying that it's about time that we do resuscitate in order to shape this Emfuleni. And we really want to appreciate what we've done. I've went through the partnership, this memorandum of understanding. I read it, but there's one thing that also struck me. That said that in an instant of disputes that we can come across as both municipality and ArcelorMittal, we need to find a cordial way of dealing with it. And when I read that part, it resonated with what we said at first, that it is not by arrogance that we shall do, but through humility. And this humility shall invite a lot of other business opportunities. As you said, that there are also others who want to be part of this. This morning I was in one school where we were donating school shoes, and there was a company that invited me to join in there. And then I said, I cannot be with you for the better part of the day because we are having this engagement with ArcelorMittal. And the CEO of that company, I cannot disclose the name of the company, but his name is Albert Wostesen. He said, Mayor, if we could also be given an opportunity like this to enter into partnership with our communities, we would really appreciate that. And we know in the municipality, many times when we see and get reports, most of the reports that we always entertain are reports of compliance. What we are doing today is not a compliance matter. It's a matter that is taking and shaping the future of both Emfuleni as a local municipality and ArcelorMittal of Southern Africa. With also the nature of services that we also be doing in our areas, we really appreciate. And hence I say that I think the initiative, MMC Jones, and I so wish that we will sustain this. And I saw it in the memorandum of understanding, but I'm happy that the CEO also said that we can still go an extra mile. It is not the last thing that is here with us. And I want to commit to say that as Emfuleni, we will do everything to protect this money. That is one thing that I can assure you. I know when we speak of Emfuleni, there will be negative things that are said. But there are two things that we adopted this year. One is saying we try hard. The second one, from the Department of Infrastructure Development, when they had an event around May, their motto was changing the narrative. So these are the two pillars that I'm fighting on. I'm using them as a force in my hands, that we try harder to correct and do things in the right way. But at the same time, we want to change the narrative that we are the framework of the municipality. And your involvement into this partnership will really help us to achieve that. So I want to thank you very much. And also everyone that took their time to we also have two initial pages.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think the two of us need to make this work.
Yes.
And before maybe we close, let me also take this opportunity. We seldom see at least the executive authority from the municipality, so I thought let me take this opportunity to ask at least the executive authority to introduce themselves, starting this with MMC.
Marco, MMC responsible for finance and revenue in Emfuleni.
Thanks, Mr. Didiza. Good morning, colleagues. My name is Jonas Khatebe. I'm the MMC for Environmental Management and Planning. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Vincent Jones. I'm the MMC responsible for basic services, which is electricity, roads and stormwater, and Metsi Alekwa.
We skip the MMC from ArcelorMittal.
I'm an innocent bystander.
Please, we also see the executive mayor, Sifoka Debe.
I'm the culprit, it's fine. No, my name is Boiselo Kanto. I'm the MMC responsible for local economic development, development planning and tourism. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Please, I've introduced the MC from ArcelorMittal and get the credits. On that note, at least Executive Mayor, MMCs and colleagues.